What do these two people have in common? They are both engaging in a cognitive process that we call focus. What is focus? Focus, or attention, is what allows us to concentrate our brain on a single task at hand. We can split our idea of attention into two: selective attention and divided attention. Selective attention allows us to visually zoom in on one thing, say a word on a page, and essentially ignore everything around it. This is called the zoom lens model, first described in 1983. Divided attention is focusing your brain on more than one task at a time. This is the state our brain is in most of the time, as it is extremely rare for us to do just a single thing at once. What happens when we lose focus? Our brain perceives input and output from three main sources: visual, auditory, and verbal. We see, we hear, and we speak. When the brain is focused on one task, it will fairly easily remain focused on that task as long as nothing comes up within the same modality. When the slackliner is walking, he visually focuses in on the end of the line, and such things as listening to music and talking to his friends do not distract him from the task at hand. This is because the brain does not categorize them as visual. However, as soon as something comes up within the slackliner's field of vision, he becomes distracted and loses his balance. The same situation arises with the student doing homework. Listening to music and writing a paper both utilize the auditory and verbal modalities within the brain. There is some good news though. We can multitask. It just takes hours of practice. A study done in the late 1970s studied accuracy and response time of participants reading short stories and writing down spoken words. After hours of practice, the participants were able to efficiently do both tasks at once. It turns out certain tasks can be automated in the brain, thus allowing more attention to be diverted to other things at hand. Here is another example of multitasking we do every day. It is often noted that today's youth, the net generation, who grew up using computers from an early age, are better at multitasking than their parents. However, while they certainly spend more time and exhibit higher levels of it, they are not actually better at it. Perhaps this generation is tempted to multitask more and more simply because it has become so easy. So what else do these have in common? They are using their focus to overcome the temptation to let their brains try to multitask. Even through evolution, our brain still does not have the capability to truly multitask, yet we have come so far as to be able to train ourselves to do many things at once.